Hello fellow airplane collectors, welcome back to another video with your host Ray. Today I've got the United Airlines Boeing 747-400 in the United 747 Friendship livery in 1:400 scale made by Gemini Jets. I got this for Christmas and it's a decent model. A few things I want to point out that you should be wary of. If you were to get this model, it's going to be pretty expensive. It's very rare nowadays and it was in high demand when it was out. And I am very privileged and lucky to have this. I got this for Christmas in 2020, so that's pretty uncommon, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, but enough of that. Let's start up with the review. First, I'm gonna go over the box, then I'll go over the actual model. So of course, you got your computer-generated image of the plane. It's the 747-400. A little error I'd like to point out is the door here. It kind of spills out over the fuselage, which it's a mistake, but it's not too bad. And same goes for this little warning sign here. Just want to point that out for those of you who are a little bit picky about the box arts. Then of course you got your Gemini Jets logo, made for collectors by collectors, 747 title, United logo, and yeah, that's it for the front. Now I'm going to go through the rest of the sides of the rest of the box pretty quickly, so feel free to pause the video if I go too quick. Here's the bottom. Here is the right, the top, the left, and the back. You've got the computer-generated image of the plane flying upwards, gaining altitude, and all of the guarantees, social media, as real as it gets, which applies to some models and doesn't apply to others. So yeah. So here is what's inside of the flap of the box. As you saw earlier, you can see the look inside title here, so you can open this up and see information about the airplane. I'm not going to wait here too long because I want to finish the video quickly. So feel free to pause the video and read this if you want to, but I'm going to continue unboxing the model. So let's open this thing up. This is what the model looks like in the box, and my oh my, it's pretty big. Yeah, let's get it out of there. This is going to take a while, I'm sorry. Feel free to skip ahead of this if you don't want to watch. Dang, this one's a tough cookie. Okay, you got your little plastic covering there, and there's traces of this sort of liquidy substance that Gemini Jets for some reason adds to the boxes or whatever. It's odorless. I can't say if it's tasteless or not because I haven't put it in my mouth, and I wouldn't recommend doing that either. So yeah, but if your model's too slippery, then just wipe it off with a paper towel. And here is the model. I've had some time to inspect the model before I unboxed it, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but there's a few things I'd like to point out that if you do end up getting yourself one of these, I feel necessary that you need to know before you buy it. So yeah, I'll do a quick 360 and then I'll get into an in-depth review. So here's the 360. If you want to pause the video to have a closer look at something, feel free to do that. Here's what the model from the back looks like. Please don't mind the ambient noise, just my family's just being annoying. They usually do that during my videos. They always find some way to make noise. So yeah, sorry about that. So overall, at first glance, the model looks pretty good. You begin to notice more and more mistakes and errors as you inspect the model closely. Starting up front, you got the nose cone, which is, you can barely see. It takes a second to try and see, and then I think that's a little stain right up there. Yeah, let me put the model like this so you can see the nose better. Nose is done pretty well at first glance. It looks nice, and I honestly don't see anything wrong with the mold. Cockpit windows are aligned near perfectly. I've seen other models with issues with the cockpit before, but this one seems to have it okay. Uh, all right, moving on. You've got your front section here of passenger of windows, then your L1 door, your old United Friendship logo looks pretty cool. Honestly, I prefer the normal United livery on this, the normal United logo here, but it still looks pretty cool with the friendship part. So yeah, it's nice how United wanted to preserve the history of this airplane like that. I think it was this exact airplane that was the friendship. I'm not sure. I'm not too well informed on United's past fleet and their history and nicknames for airplanes. So yeah, let's move up to the wing. Have a good look inside of the engines for those of you who are picky about the engines like me. Those are molded really well. Of course, the fan blades can't spin. They're just fixed in their positions. Yeah. One thing I do want to point out is the seam here, the joint between from the wings to the joint from the wings to the fuselage. That's actually pretty good. There's no gaps really at the top here at least. The bottom is a bit more horrendous, and I'll point that out later. So yeah. Here's the top of the wing. There's a few things that don't align here, like the printing here doesn't align. You can tell it kind of separates. The details are molded quite well into the wing, and it's cool how they did it on the top here, and they did it at the bottom of the wing too. I'll try and show you the bottom of the wing without breaking the model. Yeah, so there's the bottom of the wing. Looks pretty nice. It's basically a duplicate for the right side, so I won't show you the right side. If I could figure out where I want to put the model. So yeah. Got your little hump thing here, not hump, but yeah, or I guess the little bulge that the 747 is iconic for. Double decker, I guess. Got an antenna, fits pretty tightly there. It's not loose and it doesn't fall off. And sorry about that, my family was just blasting music because that's what they'll always do during my videos. You've got a little Wi-Fi dome here, looks good, fits tight, didn't fall off. And of course, the big reveal, the tail. You've got your old Continental logo right here and the rear of the plane. And for those of you trying to make out the registration, sorry about that. There we go. It's N121UA. So, and that number right there behind the door here, that is 8421. I completely forgot about one part of the airplane, the winglets here, the little wingtips. Those look good. No scratches, just a few missing spots on the paint on the other side at least. This side looks okay, and if my camera would focus, that'd be just fine. Here's what it looks like from the other side. The tail looks all right from the top, but from the back, I think you can figure out what one of the complaints that I was talking about earlier was. The right wing here looks fine, but this one is bent upwards and tilted, so it doesn't look too good. And I think that this part of the tail here is also a little bent to the right. So yeah, just look out for that. Just want to warn you that happens sometimes. And of course, I'd also like to point out the sizable gaps in the wings here. It's just it's a little ugly. Here's the other side, by the way. The other side's even worse. Yeah, so just watch out for that. Right side of the aircraft is the same as the left. Nothing too special here. Here's the left winglet. This one looks right winglet looks a little better than the left side. There's a little paint. I believe that there's a little paint chip there, but overall still looks pretty good. Here's the top of the model, and here's my best shot at trying to get to the bottom. So yeah, that's what the bottom looks like. Bottom's pretty detailed for what Gemini Jets usually does at least. And here's the gap I was talking about, the seam here. It's quite large, but it's not that important either because I don't think anyone is going to be looking at the bottom of the model too much. The front landing gear, those roll. These roll somewhat okay. It takes a little bit to unstiffen them, but they roll all right. The main gear, though, it's a little horrendous. The wing mounted landing gear, those Actually, they do tilt a little bit. They tilt like this, so that's pretty nice. That's an intentional feature. However, the middle ones, they're a little bad. This one doesn't tilt or roll, and this one's actually a little loose. For some reason, it just doesn't want to fall off, so if it were to fall off, I can just glue it back, and it won't be that big of a deal. It's a fairly easy repair for me, and it should be an easy repair for you if it ever happens to you. Yeah, here's the bottom of the tail. So, yeah, that's that. Unfortunately, I won't have enough time to do the gate tests and fit the airplane on a Gemini jet skate, but I can tell you it fit, the narrow body and wide body jet bridges fit very well on the first two doors here, so it's a good fit, and they almost exactly line up, so that's really nice. I don't want to waste too much more of your time, so honestly, it's a good model. I recommend it. Don't buy it for more than $100 though, even though it's going to probably be valued at about that. 100 US dollars at least. So if you pay in a different currency, then do the calculations. So yeah, that's it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned for more model airplane reviews because I got plenty more of those coming up. See you later.